Again with part 2 of my A5 Filofax tour. Filofax tour. I was cut off yesterday when I talked about the zones, my tab, the information I have behind my tab 3. Just to flip through the rest, this is zone 2, 3, and 4, and then of course 5. The current zone I've marked with an Avery tab, so I can find it immediately. Then after tab 4, I have in pink a telephone script. Why don't you cooperate? Telephone script that I use on a daily basis, and then some random information, some mind maps, brainstorming of things, either projects around the house or things for work, for setting up new trainings and courses. I'm flipping here through the pages, and I know that this will be very, very irritating later on in the video. I'm sorry about that. Behind those note pages I have a clear document, a sort of folder. It folds out like this, so it's fixed lengthwise and on the bottom. It's not really practical because you can't fit in a normal size A5 page. So I have some slips here that the kids have to deliver at school, some coupons, and a folded piece of paper with undoubtedly some very, very important information. Then in the back of the Adelphi we have the normal notepad holder. I actually do use this notepad to make to write on it during phone calls. I stamp the day, and I have a sort of color coding system on what action is required next. Then when I've written on the front and backside page, this little clip will hold the page in position. When I write on the backside, it gets filed away in my work list Filofax, and I'll be done with it. Here you see the slimline friction pen. It's actually the only pen that will fix in this tiny pen loop, which is sort of elasticated, but really it's no use. They could have saved it here, because there won't be a big pen or a thick pen that will fit in there. I'm not very happy about the position of the pen holder, but I understand why they chose to do it. It's because they didn't want to bend the tabs. The problem with this binder is I had it lying about. I bought it used from eBay, and I thought with the 20 millimeter rings it's sort of a slimline, only I keep adding things that are essential, and it's getting a bit fat secretly. Here is another pocket at the back where I also store paper or letters, and that's not helping to keep it slim, really. So if it gets too fat, I have to ditch it and use my current work file, or work list file. I'm not using this for planning at all. It's just a list holder, actually. It's got various tabs. I just used some address tabs, and with the Brother label printer I made some new text. It's really I have to look through it to see what it all means. It does make sense in real life, I swear. It also has all addresses that I ever came across in my life. Some credit card holders, and also a notepad which is not being used. This has 25 millimeter rings. It's a lot smaller than my pink Finsbury, which has 30 millimeter rings. I like it actually, but I thought it's a bit, you know, I don't need so much ring space. Or at least I thought. And now I'm not so sure. My plan is to, I will try to stick with this slimline Adelphi. I keep calling it slimline, even though it isn't. I'd like to invest in the A5 Lux, the purple Lux, which also has 20 millimeter rings. It's really not much. 20 millimeters is really not much. I mean, if you'll know that the pocket Filofax usually has 19 millimeter rings, so that should give you an impression of how little space it really grants. Also, I chose the very thick monthly pages, which I made myself, and that is adding to the weight. Really, it is. So, with respect to having a thin binder, that might not have been my smartest decision, although I still love them. So that was part 2. Any questions? Fire away. Bye.